don't know about you, but I'm thirsty as fuck. The future.
I wanted to do a little bit more of a less movie based topic that's more about the actual cinema experience.
Yeah.
Because we talk about movies all the time, which means that we see a lot of movies, which means that we're in cinemas a lot. And especially once after we did Light Up and stuff, and we know people who work in cinemas, I've kind of gotten more of an idea of how it actually works and stuff like that, and appreciate it a little bit more. So I wanted to just throw some questions at you guys about your general cinema experience, a little bit about the industry, what you do when you go to the movies, what you don't do, things like that.
Is there a winner?
Yeah, I guess if you've got some amazing hack that's way better than everyone else. Yeah.
10 points.
So weirdly enough, Declan Dragon and I had never seen a movie together until 2 days ago.
Yeah.
What'd you guys say?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Far From Home.
Thanks for the invite, guys.
Yeah.
It's really awkward.
But it was really good, and I'm keen to talk about it on our next episode because it's July, so it doesn't
Yeah.
really fit in there.
Bit
But
hybrid.
really good movie and worth seeing it a second time.
Definitely.
Yeah, I wanted to see a movie with you guys, and I think we're all pretty similar in our cinema expertise or what we like when we go. But I'm going to throw a few questions out there, and we'll just sort of go down the line real quick. So, and it's kind of a speed round. We'll just go through them quickly because there's a lot. What food do you get when you go to the cinemas?
Popcorn.
Popcorn?
I try not to eat lollies.
Yeah.
At certain cinemas, popcorn. At other places, I just go to Coles or get some supermarket for if we have any foreign audiences.
Cheers.
Just
They're what were you eating Coles? What are you doing?
or just sometimes Maltesers.
Lollies are nothing for me.
Yeah.
If someone else gets popcorn, though, I'm keen to, have some.
I was thinking about popcorn though. It's really just a salt conduit. It doesn't taste like
I've never
anything.
understood plain popcorn.
Yeah.
But sometimes popcorn can be pretty bad.
Yeah. But I think it's almost nostalgic for me when I can just when you're tasting it and you're there and it just fits.
It's one of those things where you just keep eating it.
But you can't stop because of the salt. It's just
some of the
the
best
salt.
popcorn I had was at Newmarket. When
That's
pretty good.
That was good.
And the worst popcorn I've had was when we went to America and watched Incredibles 2.
Oh,
Really?
That was
And-
weird. Wait, you didn't watch it.
And I
with
got
us.
a
Thanks,
large
guys. No, you didn't
popcorn. And he was like, "Do you want some butter?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And he walked up to
He
this pump.
just squirted the thing.
It was just
Wow.
pumping butter in, and I was like,
gross. That's really gross.
Yeah.
It was different back when I could get discounts and stuff. Because I would always I love having a big drink. But I remember when you were a kid, you're always afraid to drink during movies. So I still kind of have that
I'm
thing
still
where
afraid to this
I
day.
try not to
Really?
drink at all. Yeah. But popcorn's always great. I'll always destroy a massive thing of popcorn.
Yeah.
Do you like 3D? When was the last time you saw a 3D movie?
Oh, yeah.
Mine would probably have to be Transformers: Age of Extinction. It was
Wow.
2014.
There you go.
Yeah.
I feel like if mine wasn't around then it's just like Avatar or something.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. It's all right. I remember this big 3D craze when Avatar came out, and I swear every movie was in 3D.
It still is
Big
though.
thing.
Yeah.
It's weird to think that it's
Yeah.
still going.
Like,
but
I would be down to watch it. I prefer not to, but if the movie calls for it, then I'd be down to spend a few more dollars for it.
No, I think I always prefer 2D, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
See, I used to think like that, but I have a 3D TV at home, and I suddenly
actually,
"No, we saw Alita."
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
knew that was. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah, we saw Alita.
"That was
in
actually
3D.
pretty cool in 3D."
Yeah.
no,
So
I
that-
appreciate 3D.
Although I'd want to watch a movie first in 2D, and then if
Yeah,
I
alright, I'd be
want
on
to
that,
appreciate
yeah,
it more in 3D. So yeah.
But very select movies that would.
yeah.
go through.
Otherwise, you just get a headache.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say though, 4DX pretty cool.
Dubbed in
It's
French?
expensive. Yeah, I don't know about dubbed in French. Maybe a little step too far. But it definitely takes you out of the movie for
Yeah.
sure. So I wouldn't recommend doing it for the first time.
Yeah, maybe a second time,
But-
novelty.
Or if it's a movie that you don't really care about, say it was, I don't know, you're going to take Men in Black, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Just think of Jumanji, the next level would be perfect.
That
Oh,
would
because
be sick,
cool,
yeah.
yeah.
it's movies where really constant action, so you're
Yeah.
constantly moving. Because it sucks when you're sitting in a dialogue scene and there's nothing. You're like, what did I pay
Watching
it for?
The Favorite in 4DX.
Yeah, it would suck. But yeah, you got to think big tentpole action movies. I wouldn't even do Marvel movies though, because it'll just take you out.
Hobbs and
but-
Shaw.
Yeah, Hobbs and Shaw would be
Yes,
great.
yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
so good. But I think that they're putting one in Brisbane if there isn't already
Oh, nice.
one. Or I think they're
Mm.
building one at Event Chermside. But
Oh.
otherwise, it's only at
Time to go to
Sydney
Chermside,
and
boys.
Melbourne. Yeah, but it's expensive as fuck. But
Yeah.
probably worth it once a year. Do ticket prices impact your choice of cinema where you go?
Sometimes.
I'll be honest. Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
If I know it's going to be a good movie, I don't really think about it. But if we're going to see something like Men in Black, which you know will be bad, it's like,
Yeah.
Because we all see a lot of movies, so it's like you start you can't pay $12 every time you go to
Yeah.
movies.
I
Yeah.
honestly just give my card up. They could put anything in.
Yeah? Yeah.
I'm bad with money though. It's just a thing you shouldn't do. But yeah,
Yeah.
I just give
Yeah.
my card. Go ham.
It's crazy. Like especially in Europe, it's so expensive. Like it
Yeah,
is
totally.
ridiculously expensive. So, and it's just gonna get worse too. So, yeah, it's because they tried to do that thing with what's it called? They did that membership thing that just crashed in the US.
the movie pass.
Movie Pass, and it's
Right.
like you'd think that something like that would be like the future, but obviously it didn't work.
Nah.
So we'll see. Do-it-yourself ticket services. Like, do you do that, or
online
like do you like
tickets.
book online, or do you like the
I-
kiosks in the cinemas?
If
or-
I'm not seeing it with like just like general like 3 or 4 people, I'd book. If it's a place that does allocated seating, I'd book ahead just because I don't want. It's just annoying. Like I'll be like, oh, I want the middle, and they'll put me like in the middle, but on
Oh,
the
yeah,
edge.
fair enough,
It's
that's
like
fair.
Yeah.
I want to pick my own seat.
yeah, I
But then
agree.
you got to pay that booking fee.
It's only like $1. I can cop it.
Yeah. No, I think non-allocated seating in cinemas is such a weird thing still. It's like when you go to South Bank, you
Yeah.
have to like line up and shit.
When
Like,
when we saw
we saw
Avengers
Endgame
Endgame.
on like Anzac
why
Day
would
holiday.
you? Why?
Because
Oh,
Cinema
my-
5.
All right, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
I guess.
It was.
Dude, everyone was running, bolting. I swear people fell over.
That's
It was
nuts.
hectic.
We got
People
good
banging
seats
on the
though.
glass. Yeah, we got good.
That's insane.
We got good seats though.
Yeah, after you pushed your way through and got the online tickets, and then you, me, and Heath were all split up, and then
Yeah, Heath
we all-
was left behind. I saw Declan at the door, and I was just in the
Wow.
line. They opened up.
Did you
the-
like put your bag down or
I
like?
think we didn't bring any bags.
Nah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
didn't even get any food or anything. We were just like run.
Cinema 5 is a pain though, because like the rows are so long. If
Yeah.
you got to go to the toilet and you're in the middle,
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
Yeah,
you're
right.
just- you're gonna be the least favorite person.
Yeah.
There. Yeah. Speaking of South Bank and other Brisbane cinemas, what is your favorite cinema in Brisbane or the world? If you happen to have one somewhere else on the planet.
As of recently, Newmarket. I
Yeah.
love Newmarket.
So
South
good.
Bank is more price ridden for me, just because
Yeah.
like I know I'm a cheap ass, so
I
Same.
really like Toombul,
he likes
which
to-
is
Team was just-
like pricey wise. It's
Yeah.
but it's just so secluded, and it's like you're never gonna be like with heaps of people because I don't know. South Bank's big drawback for me is that there's just so many people around,
yeah,
especially on a big
students.
movie. Yeah, students
yeah.
especially. Yeah.
Yeah, Chimble's pretty good.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people say Stafford. I've seen one movie.
Yeah,
at
I don't
Stafford,
think I've
but-
seen
It,
it often.
I remember me and Declan saw Transcendence in 2014, and it was pretty bad. Like I didn't enjoy the cinema experience. So going back there
to see Brightburn.
to see Brightburn was like, okay,
You stepped up your game.
Yeah.
No, I think Newmarket's just gonna start eating up a lot of little
everyone's
cinemas.
gonna go from South Bank to Newmarket.
Or
Yeah, I
Toombul.
think South Bank will always have a special place just because
Yeah.
in the
it's
city.
it's
yeah.
really cheap and it's right there. Yeah.
It's always been the place to go.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do love it. It's the one place where you can guarantee on it being busy, even if it's like 3 p.m. on a Tuesday.
yeah. There's
You're
always
like-
people there.
Yeah, it's crazy. I will say though, in London, Cineworld in Leicester Square, fantastic, really good. They do a lot of premieres there. X-Men: Dark Phoenix premiere.
Oh,
there.
dang it!
It has the has the 4DX stuff there. It's dope. So if you're ever in London, go to that one. Oh, and Rich Mix Cinemas in Shoreditch. It's really good. The best place to sit in a cinema. It's
Back.
usually like middle to back,
Back
right?
in the middle, yeah.
Yeah.
I think back's always a safe bet.
Yeah.
Because there are some people I've met that like hate the back because they're like, it strains my eyes if I'm too far away
Yeah.
and stuff. And I'm like,
I don't understand people who like the front. It's so
No,
like it's
yeah.
so
Yeah.
Well, at least like middle to the back, but in the middle.
Like, yeah, I mean like the very front
Yeah.
is like the bad.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck, nah, screw that.
Screw that.
Like if you're seeing like the VMAX cinemas at event,
Oh.
there are still people that book that front row. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Or
why?
like in Cinema
They have
5
to,
at
like,
South
You
Bank.
just wait another
Yeah.
day, honestly.
Yeah.
They have to like look left to right just to
Yeah,
see
you're
what's
like,
going on.
wow.
This is amazing.
You'll probably ask it later, but I might as well just bring up. I
Yeah.
remember when I saw The Hobbit, Desolation of Smaug.
Good movie.
Dad and I
Frank
went on
Dragon.
Boxing Day when it came out, and we were front row, right on one side, just watching the movie. Like,
Nice.
At that point, you should have just stood up and just like sat in like the car, like the
Yeah.
little like the
Or just
stairway.
stood up.
Yeah, or
Like-
just stood up.
Yeah.
It was-
No. Oh
oh.
god.
No.
brutal.
That's rough. Okay. Do you ever book like my trick is always like, say if I'm booking for me, but I know there's other people that want to come as well.
Yeah.
You book like 2 seats and like you leave one in the middle, or like you'll book it close to another group, but you leave like 2 seats because you just know no one's gonna book those.
Yeah.
Because no one's gonna book one seat in between.
In the middle.
like,
Oh,
yeah.
there'll be that one guy.
There would be that one
That'd
guy.
be hilarious.
Yeah. Have you ever been to the cinema by yourself?
Yes.
Yes.
I hadn't until I saw Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Really?
Whoa,
like,
really?
Maybe that's
3
why you
weeks ago.
hated it.
Maybe that's why.
That's why I didn't like Star Trek Beyond at first, because I saw it by myself, and like everyone was like having a good time. I was just sitting there like,
Well, sometimes seeing a movie, I've seen quite a lot of movies alone. It kind of helps. Yeah.
roll sad music.
What was the movie that was out around the same time It was out?
Oh.
That's such a long time
Yeah,
ago.
That's 2 years.
Couldn't tell ya.
Yeah, it was It, and then
Was it horror?
Hitman's Bodyguard.
Oh,
Yeah, it would have been like around that
I
time.
went with a group of 20 friends, and they all wanted to see It, and I went, fuck off.
Dude, you tell them,
20
man.
people saw It, and I went and saw that.
Wow.
At the same time.
A lot of
Oh, that's even worse.
That's so gangster though.
I mean,
the fucking
Yeah.
one of the best movies.
Yeah, you good. Stood your ground though.
yeah, you showed them.
I feel like you had to enjoy it though. Like just
Out of
just
spite.
Out of
yeah,
spite,
yeah.
I think the first movie, I'm not sure if this is right, but the first movie I think I went to see alone is Rough Night.
Oh,
I
What?
think.
Yeah, well, I don't
and I still don't remember why I did that, but it was
See,
a rough
we were
night.
making
Yeah.
jokes. I remember. I forgot what we saw, but we saw the poster, and you were like, "I'm gonna see that," and we're like, "What?"
No, you won't, Jaden.
Yeah.
Yes, I will.
it's just like I saw the new Aladdin movie by myself in an empty cinema, and that was
Oh.
that was just weird.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
just gonna
'cause
be
like
an
this
awkward
big-
The
ride.
only
yeah.
one just
I saw.
Yeah.
One time I've had the cinema to myself. I don't know why I saw this
I think I had a
movie.
rough night to myself.
House with a Clock in Its Walls.
Oh.
Last year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
last year.
August.
I was just like, oh, it looks alright. So
Speaking
I
of
just-
South Bank, they played the trailer for that movie so
Yeah.
many
it
times.
pissed me off. They played Happy Death Day, the trailer to that, so many times.
But yeah, no movies by yourself. Yeah, I had done it till Godzilla. It
Yeah.
was really weird.
I don't think it's that bad. but
Sometimes it's nice. Like,
Yeah,
you just
there's
kind of like enjoy it. for
definitely a
yourself.
group atmosphere does
Yeah.
help, though.
I
It does,
agree. Yeah. There's nothing better than when you get like Endgame or like
Yeah.
when you can manage to get like a bunch of people. There.
Yeah.
It's like Endgame on your own. You're like, yeah, that's so cool.
oh, that'd be awful.
It doesn't really matter. Yeah, that would suck. Seeing Endgame by
first
yourself.
time.
yeah,
the
first
first
time.
time.
Yeah, that was so.
Yeah.
It's not even like seeing the actual movie because that's fine. But the before and after of
Yeah.
like talking about it and stuff.
And plus, like when you've got like a good crowd in the because I remember when we saw Endgame, it was like just a good audience, and everyone's like, yeah, and you just imagine on your own, like,
Because like laughing by yourself's like kind of
Yeah.
weird anyway.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, it's like think about watching comedy movies at home by yourself. Do you laugh out loud? Like
Yeah.
sometimes.
I don't think I do.
I think I've just
think
smirked. I'll be like, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Have you ever like skipped the ads, or do you try and like do you come in as soon as the ads start, or
I'm pretty good at showing up late.
I like to come in as it starts, like the ads start.
yeah,
Yeah.
I usually end up sitting through the ads. I don't know. There's something nostalgic about, like especially if you've been to a place like Chermside, for
Yeah.
instance, where like
For me, it'd have to be South Bank.
oh yeah, Grand Prix Mazda. Oh, what if you had something? And wanted that
Yeah.
something to be a big something. Yeah.
But I had, like recently, they've had like these like 4-minute long ads, like the Budget Direct.
Oh,
or,
like the short film ones. Oh, those are so
Just-
annoying, man.
those are just painful.
Especially at South Bank, and because the ads are like 20 minutes long
Yeah.
anyway, and you're like,
Yeah.
Do you guys know that like ad that is like with the snowboarders and it's got I'm losing it? And
Oh,
back-
Threadbow.
I love that.
Threadbow?
And then as it goes really slow, I'm losing it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, and it's only like 10 seconds or something, but it just hurts every
The
time.
music is just so weird.
Yeah,
It's like
so
oh.
perfectly bad.
But
Yeah.
I love seeing trailers.
I less so because I try to skip a lot of them. So I end up being that guy that just is like, like on my phone or like.
Yeah, I'm usually like.
Sometimes I just have to close my eyes and like I feel like someone's gonna look at me and be like, "Oh, he's too scared to watch the It trailer." And you're
I
like,
think I remember, I forgot what movie me and Declan went to see, but because I hadn't seen the trailer for Us, I literally walked out of the cinema.
Oh,
It was
wow.
Hotel Mumbai. I thought.
Oh, it's on Mumbai, yeah. I walked out of the cinema for like 3 minutes.
"Yeah, it's
And
tough."
I
that was
waited.
a good call though for that movie
Yeah.
in particular. I think.
Yeah,
Just
yeah. There you go. Do you ever like? Do you guys usually have to pee a lot when you see movies? Like, and if you do, how do you decide when to go?
I hold it. I always.
The last time I went to pee in the movie was After Earth in 2013.
Well, fair enough.
during a movie, I
think if it's bad enough, then I'm not. Gonna
I just-
or if I've seen it.
I just power through it. I'm just like,
Yeah.
no, I'm already here. Like,
I always need to pee, but 90% of the time I just hold it. Like
Yeah.
I remember
Rip.
when we saw Suicide Squad, it was like 15 minutes in. I was like, oh,
Oh, you don't want to miss Suicide
And I was
Squad.
just-
Here we go.
and
Yeah,
I held
yeah.
it the
Make
whole
sure you get all
time.
that in. Yeah.
I'm gonna feel the suicide. Yeah, no, it's tough. Cinema etiquette. So little things like, do you guys say you're seeing a movie with a big group?
Yeah.
Do you like sort of have a little bit of banter every now and again? Do you like little that whisper talk
Like,
thing?
I always whisper talk though.
Yeah.
Unless if it's like a really like funny movie or if it's like something you're not taking seriously, then I don't really care. But I do get annoyed when I'm like watching a movie and like there's people talking really loudly. It's
Yeah.
just, it's just like.
I
yeah.
agree. Yeah. Do you use your phones during the ads? Is that
Yes.
okay? Okay. Do you guys actually turn your phones on silent?
I do.
My
I
phone's
get
always on
anxiety
silent,
about
though.
that stuff, man. I hate when that like it rings and like
Mm.
you're there and you're like,
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
just
guys.
calls attention to you.
Yeah.
Well, it is amazing. Like I saw Toy Story the other day, and midway through the movie, randomly, some guy put his torch on his phone on, and it totally takes you out. Like it's really weird because you just go like bang, like everyone's
Yeah.
attention turns to the
Yeah.
light. It's like
why did he turn it off? Was he just? Did you
I
drop
have
something?
no
or
idea. Yeah, maybe. He just wanted to fuck with people.
something? Yeah, this will be a good one.
He's taking a selfie during it. He's like,
Yeah, with the flash, I was just like going to see
We're
Endgame
Snapchatting with the
re-release.
boys.
That's so funny. And then I think it's interesting now because post-credit scenes have become such a thing now.
Yeah.
Like it must be such a pain for cleaners.
Because they have such a small window. Like, small
And
window.
yeah, because now it's like you can't really clean during the movie because everyone's in there.
Yeah.
Which is even worse because the movies with the post-credit scenes have the most audience
Yeah,
attendance,
exactly.
so it's even more to clean up.
Yeah, and so and it's in always in like big cinemas as well.
Yeah.
And so it's got to be such a pain working at a cinema now, having to clean. But yeah, that's those are all my questions. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Do you have any like cinema hacks, like things that you like, tips for going, things that you like?
Never been.
I've been once.
You've never been to Gold Class?
Yeah, I've never
What
been
the
either.
hell?
Oh, actually, no, I have.
I've been
Yeah, I've been
once.
to Gold
It's
It's
on a second like time if you like the movie.
Really? So you're gonna pay
I'd
paying like a
rather
week's
go to like
wage
Titan.
just
Yeah.
for a nice seat? Yeah.
Yeah, and get some like onion rings.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and a little burger. Yeah.
And there's like less people, I guess. I guess that is one good thing is if you don't want many people around,
Yeah.
because nobody likes Gold Class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of like small cinemas. I like big cinemas.
I know. That's why I like Toombul because it's so like just I don't know.
I don't
like
know.
just the,
Do you like the big crowd? If it's a big crowd movie.
depends on the movie, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like I like it when it's. I don't like when it's rowdy, but I like when there's a little bit of energy.
Yeah.
That's always good.
I didn't think I liked that until I saw Endgame, I think. And then I was
Yeah.
like, wow, this is actually really cool.
Yeah.
Everyone's like getting into this.
Yeah.
Never be the same. I'm trying to think. Do you guys ever take your shoes off?
No.
I have before.
Well, unless I'm wearing just like jandals.
I'm kind of got like, especially at New Farm. I got into it. I
Yeah.
like taking my
It
shoes
feels
off
nice.
at the
It
movies.
feels like
yeah.
nobody gives a fuck because it's so like.
If it's a nice cinema, if there's a shit, like if it's South Bank, I wouldn't take your shoes off. You'd probably
No.
get some disease, but
Fair enough. Yeah.
somewhere else though, it's pretty good. Although I will say at New Farm they have bean bags in front of the screens that are just there. It's like, why? Who's gonna sit
Yeah.
directly
like
underneath the
this.
screen on a bean bag?
Yeah.
I'm
Anyways,
gonna try that now.
Mm.
moving on. But yeah, that's all of my questions. Thank you guys very much. Got a little peek into your
Yeah.
cinema experience. And if you have any, things that you like about the cinema, hit us up. We might read them on air next episode. And let us know what your favorite cinemas are. Thank you very much.